Hey, what's up guys? Ethan here. Today I wanted to showcase my Voiceless Voice Ryzeal Fiendsmith deck. I managed to go 6-0 at a DUAD case tournament with it. Went against decent mix of meta decks, Mitsu Ryzeal, Vanquish Soul, 2 Malice, Lunalight, and then also a Melodious as well. But really happy with how the deck performed and wanted to show it off for you guys. So getting into the Voiceless Voice engine, got 3 Low, double Saphira, double Skull, Sorvis, and Old Man. I think Old Man is necessary at this point because it gives you more anti-draw lines. So if you open Barrier plus Saphira, you make Low your first search. If you get drolled there, you can still use Saphira to dump a ritual spell, and then Low plays Trap, shuffle back the ritual spell, summon Old Man, and that gives you the Trap pop in addition to either Sorvis or Skull. So getting those 2 interruptions, I think, was pretty necessary. Getting into the spells, played 3 Barrier. Insane card in this deck, protects all of your Voiceless engine, protects your Detonator, and your Fiendsmith cards because those are light. Getting into the other stuff, 2 Prayers, Blessing, Radiance. That's going to round it out for the Voiceless cards. And then played 2 Consistency cards as well, Pre-Prep and 1-for-1. These just help you get into more of your Voiceless engine. In a more pure deck, you'd either play 2 or 3 pre-prep, but it's not as necessary with the Ryzeal package because those give you 2 to 3 draws depending on if you get to Dugaris Cross. And then also this can sometimes play into draw when you don't need to. Speaking of Ryzeals, play 2 Ext, 2 Ice, Sword, Node, Bonfire, Cross. I decided to cut down on 1 sword to make room for the Fiendsmith package because it is your weakest normal summon. I didn't really miss the second one for this tournament. And then getting into the Fiendsmith package, just 3 cards, Engraver, Sanct, Lacrima. Theory with this is especially in the DUAD format, there's more decks that don't necessarily care about the inherent summon negate of Sorvis. So instead, you can use your extra Voiceless bodies to summon Moon and go Fiendsmith combo into Caesar. So for example, into Lunalight or Vanquish Soul, where they care more about their effects to special summon and not their inherent summons, you would make Moon into Caesar instead of whichever bodies were going to make the Sorvis line. These were really strong for this event. I ended on Caesar a bunch of times, and there were even situations where I only had Fiendsmith and just Caesar Pass got me there. So for this event, they were really strong. Not sure I would play them again just because they make your deck weak to Fua when you don't have to. And also this list, I played 43 cards, and without these, you can trim it down to 40, which I like because you have a higher chance of seeing your X Ryzeals, your low, your important non-engine. I think playing 40 might be more important than including the Fiendsmith package, but that's just me. It's up to you to make your own determination. But for this tournament, which was the weekend of DUAD release, I thought this was a solid meta call. Getting into the hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Fua, double Perulia, double Nib. Most of these are just like the hand traps of the format, won't explain it too much. But Nib was really nice too, because first off, it's a high level light monster, so works with your Voiceless engine. But also, you can use it in Lunalight to kind of minimize, the interactions ended on. So in that matchup, I opened Nib and forced them to just end on Liger Pass, which is pretty easy to out for this deck because Skull Guardian's at 41. And if they out it, you just use the ritual spell to summon another one, attack over their guy. Funny enough, I also used Nib on my turn against Vanquish Soul, which was funny. I didn't make a difference in the outcome, but still relevant interaction. And then just 1 called by because it's insane. Getting into the extra deck here, played 1 Detonator, 2 Duo. I wanted the option to dump the second one off Duo to attach and get the extra material. Probably not necessary, but nice to have that option. Twins, Dugaris, Baguska, Exciton, Starring Knight. Just a decent mix of utility rank 4s. Starring Knight, if you don't know what it does, it summons a light monster from hand. So if you already have your cross negate set up, you can summon your low from hand off this and be, you know, more insulated from hand traps than if you just started with low. And then just aggregator. I didn't play Valon. I had access to it, but just didn't feel like it. In hindsight, Valon's pretty insane. I would take out the second duo for it. And then Fiendsmith package, just Moon, Requiem, Necroquip, Caesar. As I mentioned earlier, main goal of the Fiendsmith package is just to get to the Caesar. But also the Necroquip is nice because if you discard with Saphira, this can give you an extra draw. I played 2 utility links, SP, Dynamondo. These are really nice if you're breaking the board with mostly Voiceless engine. So you can link into SP to out one thing, and then Dynamondo to out a second thing, and then use Dynamondo on the opponent's turn to summon back your Voiceless bodies. So these are, you know, really strong board breakers. This also helps out Baguska. Getting into the side deck here, got Token with the boys, and then Malice Hate, 3 Lancia, double Chaos Hunter. I did play against 2 Malice, so really happy I had these in. Kind of a weird siding pattern for the Mitsu Ryzeal deck, but 1 Perulia, Mag, Druis, Lightning Storm, Duster. In hindsight, I think Lightning Storm may have been a mistake because you have a lot of hand traps that summon from hand, like Mag, Druis, Hunter, Nib. So in retrospect, this could have been an Ogre or another utility card, but still happy with all these. And then going first cards, just 3 Judgment, Tactics, Tikaboo. I mentioned it before, but gets Malice. You can also side this going second, and it's strong as a breaker. But yeah, that was the deck. Felt really clean. I think in the future, I'm not that much of a fan of the Fiendsmith cards because I played a similar list for Nationals, and I found when I was opening, you know, the heavy Fiendsmith hands, I was getting Fua'd, and you know, it kind of makes your deck play into Fua when you don't have to. That's one of the strengths of this deck is, you know, you can start with like X Ryzeal or something, and then after you summon Sword, if you get Fua'd, you just hit him with the Saphira and go full Voiceless combo and like not give them any draws off of Fua, which can be pretty funny. And you know, this deck, it kind of increases the deck count to 43, and it plays into Fua more. So it's worth keeping in mind. You know, I'm more partial to the pure Ryzeal Voiceless deck, but you know, for this particular event, you know, Caesar happened to outperform, and I did well, went 6-0. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment, like, subscribe.